barriers to getting in and getting out of businesses are probably far smaller than they used to be. So that, among other things, encourages people to have a crack at a good idea or a new prospect and so forth, without the fear that if it all goes wrong, their future livelihoods will be severely compromised.
Risk is fundamental for the economy. Basically, in terms of business creation and business failure, it involves risk. And we wouldn't have an economy if we didn't have risk.
When firms fail, that process itself is actually quite pivotal to the dynamics of an economy. One of our sort of objectives of the report was really to emphasise that it doesn't necessarily mean death, it can often mean a form of kind of economic renewal.
And because risk and its corollary failure are necessary preconditions for entrepreneurship, insolvency matters, plain and simple.
The very recent figures are actually showing, for the first time in a very long time, there does appear to be somewhat of a slowing down in the rate of insolvencies. Now, that sounds on its surface like a good thing. The economy must be doing very well. But at the present time, there seems to be a more disturbing phenomenon taking effect. The decline in personal insolvencies is probably more about consumer conservatism. That is to say, consumers are not spending money, they're not putting purchases on their credit cards. More importantly than all of that, there is also a conservatism emerging in the investor community.
Australia has always thrived off the give it a go approach, and if that is dampened or is lowered to a point where there's not enough risk being taken, then we change the corporate mix in a very definite way, and one that then means that it's very hard to come back to. I think what we need in any economy is a very healthy mix of larger corporates, but also the smaller businesses that can get in and out and create the opportunities. And there is still that there, but is it as widespread as perhaps it once was? I'm not sure that it is.
Well, if you extrapolate this issue out into the long term, it means that Australia will be becoming more risk averse. It means less entrepreneurial. It means innovation, creation are less likely to take place, which means fewer opportunities, and it means that the Australian business scene becomes more and more conservative and starts to get locked in old-fashioned ways. Now, the world will progress ahead of Australia, and it means that if we go down that particular track, it will be a bad thing for the economy in general.